Now, just to finish up, speaking of digital, Uber is providing a cash incentive to a small group of Australians who give up their car for a month to see if they can manage solely with alternative forms of transport. Now, the 50 Aussies who have been selected in the car-free trial are going to be given $1,300 in travel credits, as Ed Boyd explains.
Can you live a month without a car? That's the challenge Uber is putting to 50 people across the country this March.
What we're really keen to do is to get people from all cities across Australia, from all different demographics, so that we're able to build a rich data set that helps us understand what happens when you reduce the number of cars that your household has.
Uber says there are more than 15 million cars in Australia, but they sit idle about 95% of the time. The One Less Car trial will encourage 50 Aussies to give up their second vehicle or go car-free for 4 weeks and document the whole experience.
So we're partnering with the group of behavioural scientists known as the behavioural architects that are helping to design the trial in a way that gets us rich data that we'll be able to use elsewhere.
For those who apply and are selected, Uber will give them $1,300 in transport credits to help them get around. Participants will also have their health and well-being monitored throughout the trial. Alex rides his e-bike to work every day and has become a big believer in car-free transport.
So I drop my kids off at daycare every morning and then I ride over the Harbour Bridge into the office. So it's about a 15-minute commute. It's a lot quicker than if I was using a car because I don't have to find a car spot. I'm often overtaking traffic because I live near the city.
Alex likes the convenience of it and the cheaper running costs.
It's fantastic. I was introduced via a friend and I wouldn't have believed that really it could almost replace a car. I still need a car for bigger trips and things like that, but my use is really down. To me, it's a complete game changer.
As part of the carless trial, Uber is partnering with e-bike and scooter company Lime and e-bike subscription service Lug and Carry.
We've got a huge focus on what are called cargo bikes. So why cargo bikes? We're essentially trying to find bikes that can replace cars. So to replace a car, you've got to take your family with you and you've got to carry a whole bunch of stuff. So all of our bikes are e-cargo bikes to enable, car replacement trips.
Lug and Carry launched in Melbourne in 2019 and now has a presence in Sydney and Brisbane. It's still expanding in Australia and is planning to launch in Los Angeles next year.
So over 73% of our customers are females and they're doing the real trips. They're getting the kids to school, they're getting them to the groceries and they're trying to find out ways to do that without having to load everyone in the car each time for what is a very short trip, mainly under 3 kilometres.
A recent survey commissioned by Uber found that while about 40% of metro Australians are considering buying a car within the next 2 years, about 50% want to see reduced road congestion. Uber says the results of the trial will be shared with industry and government, with the goal to make cities more sustainable and to help reduce costs for families.
On average, a household in Australia is spending about $360 a week on car ownership. That's about $19,000 a year, and that doesn't even include depreciation.